Hello. For my inaugural YouTube video, I will be playing Stationeers. I'll be on the icy moon of Jupiter, known as Europa. I will be playing on the hardest difficulty setting, Stationeers difficulty. I'll also have some personal rules, which are no opening my helmet unless it's safe to do so, a minimum temperature of around -40 Celsius and a breathable environment. No ignoring health loss, so if I am losing health, I need to resolve the problem reasonably quickly. I'll aim to minimize deconstructing and moving things, and no respawning. I hope you enjoy this video. I'd appreciate any constructive feedback in the comments section if you have any. And if you're feeling charitable, perhaps you'd consider a donation to your local cancer research organization. Thanks for watching. And we've landed on Europa. Hopefully the lander won't land on top of me. That would be an auspicious start. Put the mining belt there. Grab the grinder. Say farewell to the lander. Make sure there's some tape in my uniform at all times, because when you're out mining, you want to make sure you have tape in case you take suit damage. I'll replace all the random junk that I start with in my hands with stuff I actually need. The arc furnace, generator, frames, and so forth. Go take a look at the land, find an open place. Then orient myself so that I'm facing 180 degrees. That's where the sun goes through the sky. Then create a 4x3 structure with the frames for the printers and so forth to go on. And then an airlock. Then on the other side of the airlock, I want to create a 3x3 structure. But I need to clear some of this gack out of the way first. One of the downsides of Europa. It has a lot of hills and crap that are just sort of in the way. Grab a little copper and iron, as that will definitely come in handy. Finish up on this side. Now on this side of the base, I call it the power side, I'm going to put 2 more frames for the generator and solar panel. And I'll fill all the stuff in just with one weld, so that I can walk on top of it. Put 2 welds in where the airlock is going to go. And deal with the other side later. Set up a solar panel, angled and facing towards the south sky. And the coal generator, set up some APCs. That one was for the printers, and this one's for the airlock. and wire them all up, since unfortunately they are not wireless. And open the covers on both of those APCs. I still have no idea why they have covers and you need to open them with crowbar, but it's part of the game. Set up the arc furnace. Run back over to the crates. Gonna put that tablet with my mining gear and grab the tracker as well. Grab a few more things like the auto lathe, battery charger, and the batteries. Of course, I'm running out of space in my hands for all the stuff I need. These batteries set up as quickly as possible while the sun is still in the sky. Don't forget to turn the battery charger on. I'll set up the auto lathe. Right about there. And doors for the airlock, I'm going to use the manual hatches for the time being, because they're quick and easy to set up. Clear some more of this junk out of the way. Plastic sheets to build the auto lathe. Also grab the one and only active vent and the pipes.
Power low.
That ground penetrating radar has a battery in it, so I might as well grab that, since I don't actually use that for anything. And I'll set up this active vent to make a very basic airlock, and just set up a length of pipes to temporarily store the gas, since you don't start with passive vents for some reason. The water and the food in the airlock for the time being. Also going to need this oxygen tank, and drop it right in there. Finished setting up the airlock with a roof. Now I've got a 1 by 1 by 1 room. God, these crates are annoying. Trying to grab the tracker. There it is. I'll finish setting up the auto lathe. And go mining. I've set up the tracker since I am very good at getting lost. I'll also speed all of the mining segments up to 4 times speed for your viewing pleasure. Of course, you can just skip ahead if you want. It's all just boring mining. Try to get as much copper, gold, and iron as I can. But I also need coal. Lots and lots of coal. Swap out some batteries while I've got the generator running. Now let's get some iron smelted. Oh, gotta run the cables first. While I'm waiting for that, I can do some work on this side. Fill all these frames in completely, because this will eventually be a airtight room. Need some copper. And I want to get started on the pipe printer as soon as possible. But I need copper and gold for that as well. and I'll get the hydraulic pipe bender going, and then I press the button to select the next thing over on the printer, and this prevents it from printing out more than one. It's still printing out the pipe bender even though the display says something else. Start setting up some windows. Go and grab some of these crates and drop them into that room before I put the roof on, since it's a little easier. It's almost impossible to carry these crates through a airlock, because they just wobble around so much. It's got the organics crate, the portable appliances, and the residential supplies. The organics crate is particularly important. It has the seeds in it, and I can't get any more seeds without setting up a trader, so I don't want to lose those. The rest of these crates I'll just dump somewhere around there.
Hydration critical.
And there's our first hydration critical. Soon it will be time to drink some water. I always am cautious whenever I touch the handles on these crates, because every once in a while there's some weird bug where they'll just go flying halfway across the map. Kind of doesn't make sense, but it's either a bug or some weird aspect of the game. There's the pipe bender. And we are now at day 1. Going to need more iron sheets.
Power low.
And squeeze into this little room with that oxygen tank. Turn that on, it turns the room into a vacuum. And if I can find the knob, turn on this gas tank until the room fills up with about 20 kPa of 0 Celsius air. And it should be safe to open my helmet without any temperature critical warnings. Then I don't really know any way to save that air, so just open the door. And I got iron sheets all over the bloody place. Oh, out of power. Time for some more coal for the coal monster. Work on this room a bit more while the cables are printing out. And I like to, when I'm putting the glass on these walls, to put a sheet on and then immediately put the glass sheet on, because otherwise I find it difficult to tell whether or not a glass sheet has been put on one of the walls. I find it easy to miss one by accident. So same procedure with this roof as well. Iron sheet and then glass sheet right away afterwards. And there we have a sealed off room. And cables all over the place. Some more coal. Probably going to run out of coal soon, so that means doing some mining. Got some oxite and water ice as well. Pretty successful mining run. Got lots of coal, which is good. And can replace my almost dead battery, which is also very good. Now to print out a few things, I need to make the airlock a real airlock with both active and passive vents, and to make that room a breathable environment. So no minus 149 Celsius air. And an ice crusher. Set up the passive vents. And there's already a lot of air in that pipe, so I've got to make sure that it doesn't blow stuff around when I put the vent on it. And just get away from it. Got too much stuff in my hands. Crates are in the way. I hate those stupid crates. And electronics printer. Move this annoying crate out of the way. Now we have the ice crusher. It comes in handy if you want to crush ice. Power it up. Like so. Extend the base out a little bit. Get the damn crates out of the way. Again. Now I'll turn that vent on and leave the internal door open so that this entire room gets vacuumed out. Now if these damn crates can just get out of my way, I will go into this room. Hook up a vent to the output of the ice crusher. Like so. Now I just got to wait for this room to get pretty low pressure, so I'll wait till the external says 0 kPa. And should be good enough by now. Not quite a vacuum, but close enough. Turn that ice crusher on, put the oxide in, which will spit out some oxygen and nitrogen at a much more reasonable temperature. What do we got? -2, -1? That's breathable.
Temperature low.
Get the temperature low warning, but that's acceptable. And through the first water bottle. And the other thing to do is to
Air tank critical.
deal with my air tank. And then when it comes to the
Temperature low.
waste tank, I will always empty it out in this room, at least for the first little while, so that the carbon dioxide builds up in that room, and I can grow some plants in there eventually.
Power low.
Grab the electronics printer, set it up 2 spaces away from the other printers, so that there's room for a stacker in between them. Put some more coal on, charge up some batteries. They're looking pretty low. And finish building the electronics printer. There, we have the electronics printer now. And coming up on day 2 now. Good idea to keep the arc furnace busy as much as possible, since it takes a long time to do any smelting. And I'm going to set up a location here for the furnace, and the stupid crate's going to go flying again. Definitely need to get some more coal on there. Just split it up a couple times every time I put it in, so I'm not putting in too much, because the coal generator doesn't have any automation. It'll just keep going even if all the batteries are full. Now I build the furnace. And I build the furnace, not the furniture. I did that once. I built furniture instead of furnace. And I was not amused. And now while the furnace prints out, I'll go do some more mining. Mining during the daytime is always better than the nighttime. It's easier to see stuff. But I time my mining runs for whenever I'm waiting for something else to happen, like I'm waiting for the printers to print something. It's better to go mining than just stand around waiting for it to happen. Always need more iron, always need more copper, always need more gold, and definitely always need more coal. I can't come back with too much coal. I also need some volatile to heat up the furnace eventually. Now when it comes to furnaces, I'm a little different than other players of this game. I like them to be facing upright and slightly outside of a frame. This is actually not quite far enough out for me, so I have to deconstruct it, and I gotta figure out which tool to deconstruct it with. And it's the crowbar. It always looks like it's too far out, but in fact it's actually the right position. This is just a personal preference though, there's not really any gameplay related reason to do it like this. You can put a furnace on a side, floating in the air if you want. Put in some oxide and melt it, and then twice as much volatile to oxide. So I put in 5 oxide and 10 volatile. And that gets me a nice hot furnace. Now I want some steel real bad. So I'm going to put in a 3-to-1 ratio of iron to coal. So 75 iron and 25 coal. And now I have 100 G of steel. Also got a little bit of a game within a game there. Gotta try and catch the ingots from the furnace before they fall through the little hole. Going to try to print out the station battery next. But I need more gold and copper. And look what I have. Some gold and some copper. Also need some heavy watt cables. What I want to do is make sure that I have heavy watt cables between anything producing power and the input on that battery. Otherwise you risk blowing the light cables out. Set up the station battery. Don't forget to turn it on and hook up the power producers with heavy watt cable. Now when I feed the coal generator with coal, I'll get better bang for my buck in terms of how much energy I get per unit of coal burnt. Since that battery is much more efficient. Gotcha. Now I'll put some more coal in the coal generator. And this time it should charge that that big battery there. Time to get the water filler out so that I can refill the water bottles. And go do some more mining. Found some silver. Whenever I find some of the more rare things like silver or nickel or lead, I don't need them right away, but I like to mine them when I see them, because once I do actually need them, I find I'll go out on a mining run specifically looking for silver and find everything but silver. It literally never fails. do some smelting, but I need to heat the furnace up a bit more. So 2-to-1 oxide to volatile. And now we're on day 3. And I have some silicone, so I can make the bottle filler. And I'm taking health damage, so got to get into this room and deal with that quickly.
Temperature low.
Just grab a water bottle and drink. That's better. Now I will hook up the liquid output of that ice crusher. I'm going to leave one little space there for the pipe meter. So I can tell how much water I have. And I've got to crush some ice first, of course. That also releases a little bit of nitrogen into the room, and that's fine. And I think we're coming up on the end of this video. I think I'm pretty much on track. I've got the 3 essential printers out. I've got a way to refill water at a safe room. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time.